Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to appreciate you so much for the support that you're giving this channel. All the subscribers, thank you very much. I'm much humbled. If you are watching us for the first time, kindly subscribe to our channel and please don't forget to click the notification bell so that whenever we do a video like this one, YouTube will definitely notify you. Another request, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the channel, kindly give this video likes, because the rule is when a video gets many likes, then YouTube will recommend it to very many other viewers. And when you do this, the channel will grow. And again, thank you very much. Now, there are secret plans and secret motives to replace Wafula Chebukati, the outgoing IEBC chairman, with an ally of President William Ruto. Rightly so, because the Constitution and the IEBC Act gives the president the leeway and the latitude to control the process of replacing the commissioners of the IEBC from the very start to the beginning. Now, the tenure of 3 commissioners are elapsing, they are ending, they have served their 6-year term, and that is the chairman of Wafula Chebukati and the other 2 commissioners, Abdi Guliye and Boya Mulu. Now, the preparation for 2027 elections begins here. Yes, it begins here. Remember, in 2017, William Ruto, who was then the deputy president, prepared for 2027. He actually endeared himself to these 3 commissioners who are now going, and they formed an amicable relationship. And very many people believe that our president and Wafula Chebukati and the other commissioners are friends. Now, in Section 7A of the IEBC Act, there is a stipulated method of replacing a commissioner. And it states very clearly that the office of an IEBC commissioner or the chairman falls vacant if, number 1, a commissioner dies. And in this case, there is no commissioner who has died. Number 2, if a commissioner resigns. And this resignation, ladies and gentlemen, must be in writing, and that letter must be taken to the president. And so I just want to paint a picture for you that the act and our law gives our president a latitude to control this process. No one has resigned. And the third position here is if a member or members of a commission has served their 6-year term, and this is applicable in this sense. The 3 commissioners came into office in 2018 and they have served their term. What does the law say about the replacement in the event that they have served their term? The law requires the president, and again it is the president. The law requires the president to form a 7-member selection panel who will oversee the interview of members who want to replace these commissioners. If you are the president and you have the latitude to form a panel that will give you people who oversee an election that you will also take part in, what will you do? Your guess is as good as mine. Now, who form this 7-member panel? 4 of them will come from the Parliamentary Service Commission. You now understand why the Kenya Kwanza team fought so hard to have numbers in parliament. You understand why the speaker ruled that the UDM members of parliament were right to swear their allegiance now to the president or to join Kenya Kwanza. They had actually been elected under Azimio coalition. So now the Parliamentary Service Commission is headed by the Speaker, Moses Wetangula. And so if members have to be chosen from the Parliamentary Service Commission, you know, it goes without saying that these members will be allies of the president. And as I told you, the constitution, he will be using the law from the start to the end so that you cannot challenge this process or any witch hunt or any mischief in any court of justice in Kenya. So the four will come from the Parliamentary Service Commission, who is headed by the Speaker. 2 will come from the interreligious denomination. The church basically has always formed an umbrella, and they always want to be heard in such, they want to be represented in such processes. And so they will present 2 names. You all understand that our president is a man of God. He has endeared himself to the church. In fact, in the last campaigns, the churches embraced our president, and they claimed that the reason why people rejected their competitor Raila Odinga is that Raila does not love the church. So in the event that the church will give 2 members, then I can assure you they will give members who understand their role, who will dance to the tune of the president. And again, it is the law. You cannot change it anywhere. Then the last one person will come from the Law Society of Kenya. The Law Society of Kenya can present someone who is a bit neutral. Now, out of 7-member panel, 6 will be allied to the president. 1 will be neutral, or I should think so. Now, this is a member that will be selected, and they are taken to the president. So the president gives them the green light to start the process of interviewing those who are interested to replace the 3 outgoing members. And the law requires that this panel should be formed 6 months before their tenure elapses. In this sense, their tenure is elapsing in January next year. So they are still within time because of the processes that have taken place. So this is the first process, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm submitting to you that is under the control of the president. It goes through the parliament. The parliament is controlled by the president, and he has the authority to form it. So they will invite interviewees, those who are interested in taking part. Now, for you to become a chairman of the iebc, you must be a lawyer and an advocate to the stature of a Supreme Court. Yes, you must be a stature of a Supreme Court judge. And there are already allegations that our president would want to pick someone from the Supreme Court. One of the judges will resign to come and head this commission. I don't know who he is, but it's being said that he prefers one of the judges to come and preside, to become the chairman, to replace Chebukati. And if the president wishes that to happen, it will. So these members will be interviewed, and there will be a list of shortlisted candidates. Again, these shortlisted candidates will be taken to the president himself. Now, 2 members will be taken so that the president can choose either of them to replace the chairman of Chebukati. And then other 5 members will be presented, who among the 5 he will choose 3, or among the 5 he will choose 2 to replace Abdigulie and Boya Mwilu. Again, it falls under the purview of the president himself. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the law gives our president to control. So that is the second part of it. The president will then choose 1 out of the 2 to replace Wafula Chebukati, or the chairman, And then out of 5, he will choose 2 to replace the other 2 commissioners. Then he will take the list. The list will be taken back to Parliament for debate and either ratification or rejection. Now, considering the numbers that we're talking about, the Kenya Kwanza has the numbers. They will automatically ratify and give the president the names that he wants. And I want to say here that when we were passing our new constitution, the proponents of the constitution said that there were a few areas that will be looked into. And some of the areas that I think should be looked into, ladies and gentlemen, is this process of selecting commissioners. It should not be left entirely in the hands of a president, because in a way, directly or indirectly, the president will control and will have those who he wants, so that by the time we are approaching elections, they will have already drawn a plan how to install him as the president. And I'm not saying this in relation to our President William Ruto alone. No. Our president is a Kenyan. He will serve his term, and when his term elapses, he will retire and go home. But then every constitution that is made should be one that looks into the future. Tomorrow, our children will also continue with politics, and they would want to be presidents and vice presidents. They would want to be leaders in the country. But we need to give them laws that are stable, laws that can stand a test of time. So this is one area that I think the Azimio government, Azimio will form their part of opposition, should now look at and very urgently do something about. If it is not acted upon, ladies and gentlemen, then I'll submit to you that William Ruto will automatically assume office in 2027. In fact, the election in 2027 will be a process in between, because the president will retain his seat. Now, there is another part that is very interesting. The former president appointed other 4 commissioners. The ones who rejected the iebc results. This is Madam Juliana Cherera, Justus Nyang'aya, Francis Wanderi, and Irene Masit. Now, these 4 commissioners do not swear their allegiance to the current president, and that is why they rejected the results that gave President Ruto a win. And so, in preparation for 2027, I do not think that the president will be comfortable to have them on board, because as it stands, if the division in IBC continues as it was last time, then it means that 4 members become the majority, and the president remains with 3, including the chairman. The president would not want a situation where his win is being challenged by the same body that is supposed to install him as a winner. And so already there is a party called Farmers Party. This party is an affiliate of the Kenya Kwanza coalition. This party has petitioned Parliament to kick out the 4 commissioners. And the president has got 2 options here. One is to spearhead this process indirectly, because he controls Parliament, so that the vice chair, Juliana Cherela, and the other 3 members will go home. And again, if they are kicked out, it will be through a credible process, a process that is lawful. The intention could be malicious, but the process will be lawful. And so you cannot change it, as I said, in any court of justice. So if the president decides that he rallies his members of parliament to kick out the 4 commissioners, so it will be. The other option that he has is to just buy their loyalty. Because you remember Wafula Chebukati, very many people feel that Wafula, Abdi Gulie, and Boya Mwilu saw their allegiance to the president because the president adhered himself to them. They formed a very good relationship. So the president can decide to ensure that between the period starting from now until 2027, they will become friends so that they will be speaking one language. If this happens, either they go and the president uses the same process to influence their replacement, or he decides to buy their loyalty, it means that the members of the IEBC commission will be one that loves President William Ruto, and the elections in 2027, ladies and gentlemen, will be a mere formality. We will just go for elections because our constitution demands so, but our president will definitely win, and when he completes his term, another president who will come in will use the same process, so that in the end we will have a constitution in paper, but the practicality of it will be null and void. And I want to submit to you, ladies and gentlemen, that one of the things that Azimio should do is to spearhead a process where some of these subsections of the law, because this is section 7 of the IEBC Act, they should do something so that it is changed. Otherwise there will be misrepresentation and they will be crying foul again. Preparation for 2027 has already begun. And if you think that it is a joke, ladies and gentlemen, then wait for the names that will be presented to you. Because finally, when they select the members, they will present these names to you, and you will know that there is a choreographed plan hiding under the law and sections of our constitution to replace Wafula Chebukati, to replace Abdi Gulie, to replace Boya Mwilu with people who will install William Ruto for a second term. And I want to say that they might also kick away the Juliana Cherera team and replace them with the members who will be loyal to them. That is my take, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you think. Bye.